Hey folks, this is Matt once again. I know doing yet again a review of Carnosaur 3 Primal Species. Like I mentioned before in my video you probably saw just before this, a re-review of the first Carnosaur. The reason being that I had trailers on them from way back when, got a copyright claim. Thankfully no strikes. I didn't mention that. I didn't get any strikes. But just playing it safe, so okay, I'll do one without any fucking footage. After I re-review them and try to make them shorter so they're not 50 minutes long. They weren't that long, but still. But Carnosaur 3, Primal Speed, weirdly enough, Carnosaur 2 didn't get messed with. And Raptor, my review rant, Raptor didn't get messed with. So they're still on the channel. And Raptor has mostly footage from Carnosaur 1, 2, and 3, but Carnosaur 1, such as I mentioned before, Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine laughing in my fucking face at the end. Carnosaur 2, I liked okay. That review is way back there, so you can just type in Carnosaur 2 review or Carnosaur 2 movie review, you'll find mine. But Carnosaur 3 Primal Species is a film that I actually enjoy. It's my favorite Carnosaur films. Gets a 2.5 on IMDb, I'm sorry. That's way too low for this film, Carnosaur 3. I mean, it's cheap, yes. Yes, I know it's directed by the guy Jonathan Winfrey, who he wanted to direct stuff of Even Stevens, and he had directed Blood Fist 7, Black Scorpion 2, and Excessive Force 2, Force on Force. Fucking shitty title. I haven't seen the movies, but it's just a Force 2, Force on Force. Got enough forces in there? Should have enough 4. You only got 3. It should be 4. 4 forces. But I know it's from the director, so it's not really saying much. But for a time waster, I really enjoyed Carnosaur 3 Primal Species. Why? Because it's got Scott Valentine. I like Scott Valentine. He's much more of a kind of a more serious character. Little bit of the Christian Bale voice, but he handles a lot better than Christian Bale and Batman Begins and shit. You know, Scott Valentine handles it better. I mean, he's basically leading this commando team. And again, Scott Valentine I enjoy from My Demon Lover. That's what I want to mention. My Demon Lover, a film that's never been on DVD for some fucking reason, but I love My Demon Lover. I think I have it on DVD-R, but I wish it was released on actual DVD because I like My Demon Lover. But he stars in this film. And him and this commando team, they're doing these maneuvers, they're doing training, and basically some soldiers somewhere was doing this cargo, they got attacked, they grab the cargo, they think it's like weapons. They open it and they realize, oh shit, no it's not, and dinosaurs fuck them up. And so the commando team goes to this sort of, what was it, like, looked like a fucking warehouse, you might as well just call it a warehouse. And you have Scott Valentine leading it. You have this guy named Rick Dean as Polchek. And since I can't show footage, which sucks, Rick Dean unfortunately is no longer with us. I guess he's done a lot of direct to DVD, well more like direct to video stuff. Like he was in Detonator. He was in Carnosaur 2 actually. Strip Teaser, Blood Fist 7. I guess he was a bartender in Boiling Point, like very, small roles. And I enjoy this guy in this film, Polchek. He's very funny, very much of a wise ass. There's a fun moment later on where he's giving shit to this guy, because I think they're sort of, I think they're Marines. I think they're Marines. And like they meet up with each other because some of the commando teams, some of their guys get killed. There's a look in, you have these raptors chasing after them, firefights. Yes, the puppets do look like shit, but you know what? Why it doesn't bother me that much? It would not have bothered me as much in the first film if it didn't have such a shitty fucking ending that made me want to both blow and kill myself at the same time. Did kill like that guy in fucking Clerks. He broke his neck trying to suck his own dick. I wouldn't have been proud. They are cheap looking puppets. They are. I just, you know what? I look at Sci-Fi Channel shit. I look at this shit. I'm like, this shit, it's cheap, but I prefer this over. At least it's not CGI. Sci-Fi Channel, sci-fi, shitty CGI. Fuck shit. You know. And you know what? I like Scott Valentine. I like the style of Polchek. It's a straightforward film. It's like 89 minutes. It goes at a fast pace. It's soldiers with guns going after dinos. Cheap looking dinos with puppets. But at least it's not CGI shit. So at least there's something there. And you can get maybe some laughs, whether it be intentional or not. But I was saying, they meet up with this guy. And one of them can, like, he knows a little bit about the seas. And Polchek looks up, Rick Dean. It's like, you remind me of someone. And the guy says, oh, what? He's got, like, one of those skipper things. Oh, do I look like Clark Gable? And Rick Dean's like, no. Oh, no. Basically, just the pop out. So, fuck you, Polchek. And then he leaves. And then Rick Dean comes back. It's like, fuck you, Polchek. Some bitch. Like, asshole. That's what I mean. That's a fun character, the Polchek guy. That Rick Dean plays. Well, there's like no moment where he has like versus the Marine chick and they're both doing arm wrestling. They're both sort of sizing each other up. And some of the lines of dialogue they have is pretty funny. And you get a little bit of gore, like the T-Rex has a habit of biting people's heads off. Practical effects, so I appreciate that. And, you know, you did some stupid stuff like the Rick Dean, they find all these eggs because basically the action leads onto a ship. And it's like, oh, we can get them on the ship and we go to sea out into the water so they're not on the mainland and rig explosives so they can get the fuck off and just blow up the ship. And unfortunately, they see all these eggs and Rick Dean does the stupid thing. He's shooting at these eggs like, don't do it. And of course, you know, Rick Dean gets killed. And pretty much everybody gets killed except Scott Valentine and this scientist lady, this doctor, played by Janet Gunn. I may not be going too in-depth, but maybe that's a good point. Because I want people to check it out. I mean, well, a lot of people out here probably know because it is cheap. It's direct-to-video flick. But you know what? I found it very entertaining. I thought it was fast-paced. I thought it was straightforward. I like Scott Valentine. I like some of the soldiers, like especially the Polchek character, Rick Dean. Sorry the actor's no longer with us, Rick Dean, but I think he's a solid actor. I thought he was very funny. A lot of good, funny wisecracks. The dinosaurs look cheap, but I think they have a charm to them. Mainly because you look fucking. It's a Roger Corman film. Maybe that's why. So I know going into it, and I'm so glad it's not shitty CGI. Like CGI, I can't see the charm in most of that shit. Maybe once in a while, who knows? Maybe, but here I can at least see some charm to it. You know, these are the kind of movies I grew up with. These puppets or men in suits or whatever. And so I didn't mind it. It's cheap, but it's Roger Corman, and for the final time, it's not the Sci-Fi Channel CGI. I'm glad for that. So I know it's not much reviewed, Carnosaur 3 Primal Species, but I say check it out if you can find Carnosaur 3 Primal, which is why I don't know why they tagged me on the fucking video. No strikes, thankfully, but no one knows the fucking movie. I like to show footage so people can see it's a funny movie or it's a good movie and check it out, but I'm not allowed to do that. So I'll just say this here, Carnosaur 3 Primal Species, I thought it was enjoyable. Again, the T-Rex has a habit of biting people's heads off. You get a little bit of fun back and forth between some of the characters. I like Scott Valentine. I like Rick Dean. I like that they're actually shooting against physical creatures. A few firefights against them. Granted, they can't hit shit because there's only like 2 or 3 raptors and a T-Rex, so the movie will be over very quickly. So like, what the fuck are you shooting at? You blind? But I mean, you know, there's a lot of flaws, but at least the ending didn't make me want to shoot myself in the fucking head. At least it didn't kill off my main characters and just say, fuck you. It did not have Alfred Newman laughing in my face, basically giving me the fucking finger like the first film did. The second film I liked okay. I didn't even check back my review on the Carnosaur 2. And Raptor with Eric Roberts is a fucking horrible film. You can check out my 2-part rant, because that was bad when I could only do 15 minutes. You can check out, just type Raptor movie review, you'll probably find mine. Or type in Raptor on my channel, you'll find it. It's a big fucking rant, because it's a shitty fucking movie. All it does is reuse footage from all 3 Carnosaur movies to make Raptor. But anyway, thanks for watching my somewhat short review, and take care. Later.